All right, so Claude Code just released Claude Code channels, which allows you to now talk to Claude Code through Telegram and also Discord. And most likely they're already working on the Slack channel setup. Now, I'm gonna show you exactly how to set this up right now, right here. So first of all, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go down to the description below and you're gonna click on the actual GitHub for this. For this video, we're gonna set it up inside of Telegram, and I'm gonna make another video where we set it up using Discord as well. So you wanna take the actual GitHub here for Claude Code, go into your IDE, and for now, this doesn't work with Claude Code if you use it using a button like this, where it's like more of a simpler way. You need to actually do it in a terminal. Now I use VS Code, you can use whatever. You can also use the regular terminal. You can open a folder and then you can right click and select open a terminal. What I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna actually launch Claude in dangerously skip permissions, because I wanted to have full control and basically not ask me for anything. And then I'm gonna say, hey, install this plugin and let's start the setup process for a Telegram connection. And I'm gonna send this over. So I'm basically gonna send over the GitHub that we have here, and it's gonna start thinking about that. We'll be back once that's done. All right, so now it's finished processing the whole thing here. And basically what we wanna do is wanna make sure that it actually installs the plugin, right? So it has done this now. Now we're gonna open Telegram here. Let's go there, and you're gonna go into your chats. You're gonna search for BotFather. You're gonna open this and you're gonna click on start. Now you're gonna write /new bot, and it's the same setup as OpenClaw as well, by the way. And we're gonna call this demo test. And then we're gonna do demo test 1, 2, 3. Oh, demo test bot, and do test 1, 2, 3 underscore bot. And that is basically gonna be the actual like ID of the bot that's taken. Okay, let's do gclaw 13 bot for test. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this bot token access here, we're gonna send this to our Claude Code. And now it's basically gonna pair that to our Claude Code connection, but there's still one more step that you still need to do to actually make this work. And it is going to create an env file where it's gonna store our token. Perfect. And we're gonna make sure that it has the actual setup here. So now it wants us to restart our session with the channel flag for the bot to come online. Now, when I tried this before, it was very, very buggy. It wasn't actually able to respond to me. So I'm going to show you how you can make sure that it actually happens so you don't encounter the same issue. I actually tested this before we did all this. So now I'm going to copy this command right here so that we can launch our Claude with the channel mode active. And I'm going to copy that over using Command C. And for you, you can just highlight and do not Control C. You want to do the other one. Anyway, so you can copy that over. And now I'm going to press Control C to exit this. You can also write /exit, and it's going to basically stop the whole session. Now I'm going to paste what I copied before. But before I actually do anything, I want to actually do 2 dashes, and I want to do the bypass, or I want to do the dangerously skip permissions mode again, because by default, when it launches the channel mode, it will have like don't ask mode on, which means that it's actually not even going to give you any response when you actually try to talk to it. So it's now listening for channel messages from the plugin. So we're going to click on this here, which is telegram.me, and this is our bot here. I'm going to press on start, and it's going to have pairing required run in Claude. Now we're going to have this Telegram access pair. And if you didn't do the step that I just did with the bypass permissions mode, it's not gonna answer you. So it's very important that you do this. This is a little bit of a fault of Claude for actually setting it up like this, because by default, their method is completely broken. Or I'm doing something wrong. I had no idea. But yeah, so now we're gonna send that Telegram access pair, and it's gonna send the actual, the pairing code to our our Claude here. And now, once this is done, we're now going to be able to talk to our Claude directly from Telegram. And this is one of the huge things that actually made OpenClaw so useful. And if you stick around, we're going to talk about how I am using this, which I did for OpenClaw as well, and still will be doing for OpenClaw, but now I can do it with Claude Code, which is fantastic as well. Cool, so it's gonna make an edit to access.json, and we're just gonna, yes. It has bypass permissions on, so I'm a little bit curious why it actually asked me to do this again. And all right, so we'll be back once this is done. All right, so even though it looks like it failed, that's probably because I have a few things erroring out here in my new demo project. Now, when I send something inside of my Telegram here, it says, yes, we're live, your pairing was just approved, how can I help? Awesome. So we're now able to talk to Claude Code directly through our Telegram as long as we keep this session live. Now, what can we do with this? Well, anything, really. So if you're like me, you probably are building automations inside of your you're probably making automations and a lot of skills inside of your directory here, right? So I'm building a whole swarm of different AI agents that are going to be able to do tasks for me. For instance, I'm able to translate all of my videos into new languages. I'm able to send reels and videos to my OpenClaw or my Claude Code, and it basically comes up with an idea, saves the idea to my database, gets the transcript, creates a new video from that, and then gets all of the context it needs to be able to make the video better than the other ones, right? So let's do a test right now. All right, so now let's do a test where I'm basically gonna take one of the videos, for example, on this guy who is talking about OpenClaw, right? So I'm gonna take the share, I'm gonna copy the link, I'm gonna say to my OpenClaw, hey, I want you to use our real script writing skill and basically take the transcript from this video and then make me a variation of that video that you find is better. Use it, my voice, and also use the humanizer and also the anti-slop skill to make the script. And now I am going to paste the YouTube video. And now, if you look back now, since I now launched this inside of my folders here where I have all of my skills, all of my context, all of my agents and so on, it's now going to take that and basically check for the skill. It's gonna check for everything, and it's gonna, I want you to use our real script writing skill and blah, 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 blah. And now it's gonna use basically my skills to handle this task, and it's going to provide me with the output inside of my Telegram basically. Now, what does this mean for us, right? This means that you're going to be able to now talk to all of your skills and everything like you would in OpenClaw as well. And that is pretty cool. I think that's a really nice thing. So if you want to, for instance, update your advertising, you want to grab all of your analytics from your YouTube, you want to grab your Google Search Console data for all of your SEO or your website project, you want to make live updates to your website, all of this using your Anthropic OAuth and make things cheaper basically. There are so many use cases here and I cannot run through all of them inside of my video. However, I just now launched the new acquisition framework where I basically am going to teach you how to sell automations to businesses at a fraction of the cost of what regular agencies charge. I'm going to teach you how to set up your automation workflows. I'm going to give you the skills. I'm going to give you the setups. I'm going to basically give you everything that you need to start selling automations, either if that's via OpenClaw or if that's via Claude Code. So check out the operator vault in the description below. I'm going to leave the link to these GitHubs, and we're going to do a Discord setup video tomorrow as well. But yeah, I think that's basically the video. For now, as you can see, it's working on my script here. It is gonna work. If it runs into an error, just simply talk to it. And what I recommend you to do is use the bypass permissions mode on so that you can troubleshoot the if you ever encounter any issues, for example. Cool. So as you can see, it got the transcript. Anyway, that's the video. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you subscribe.